The part that's weird to me is the seats in that section. I don't know if it's the whole section or just some rows in that section. The seats are locked into an upright position,
Okay.
which is part of me loves that because it's a football guy move, really, for a basketball owner.
You have to stand up.
But it's also like, if they have to stand, just make it standing room only and just give them more room.
Yap, yap, yelling at pigeons. Yap, yap, nobody listens. Yap, yap, screaming my vision. Yap, yap, yelling at pigeons.
You want to intro me?
We having like a real intro?
That's true. Maybe this is even it.
This is our intro. It's yelling at sports again. Not really many notes. We're gonna look at box scores, read some schedules. Just a little extra dose of Luke and Caleb.
Only difference is this time we predetermined our picks.
Yes, we did look at picks.
So
We it wasn't just thrown on us this week. But yeah, I made my picks and I hate them so much.
yeah, you mentioned that. I'm interested to get into that. But
Yeah.
I guess we'll start with a little recap, little week 2 recap. I don't want to spend too long on each game, but obviously some of them will stand out. But Bills Dolphins, we'll cruise over real quick. What an awesome game. I don't want to harp on my team for too long. I already have the jersey on and everything, so it's Bills overload. But Bills looked awesome. Sucks to see Tua get hurt again, like with a head injury in particular. Man, he's got to be more careful. Like, I don't know why. He should have everything. The neck thing that helps with concussions. He should have Guardian cap, the helmet with the extra bump. I know what you're going to say. I don't think a Guardian cap would have necessarily helped in that particular scenario. But it was just a reminder that, like, it's kind of crazy that he's not going to, like, every length to try to help.
Yeah,
considering his history.
Four concussions already.
Yeah. And bad ones.
Yeah,
like,
bad ones.
Not just regular, like, oh, he looks fine, but doctors diagnosed him. Like, visually, like, this guy has something's wrong with him right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely tough.
Hate to see it.
Because
from a football standpoint,
he
though,
played well.
Yeah. From a football standpoint, though, like, Dolphins kind of look like a fraud. I mean,
they didn't look good before he got hurt.
Same old.
Like, they were struggling to move the ball with him at full health, and their defense could not stop James Cook.
Yeah, we were really letting James cook, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. 3 touchdowns. It was a stud.
Yeah, he looked good.
But yeah, I won't harp on that too much. Big matchup coming next week. We'll talk about it in the pre-cap for week 3. The pre-cap. But big surprise of the week. I think we could probably both agree it was the Saints.
The Saints look real.
Yeah. Like, you could have convinced me, the Saints are going to make it a game. They're going to cover. Maybe with a lucky play, they could win.
Yeah.
I could have been talked into their spread. There was no chance you could have convinced me they would win by 25.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Alvin Kamara with 4 total touchdowns.
He still got it.
Awesome. He still got it.
I know you felt the same way I did. I'm pretty sure you did. About him in fantasy this year, because I think you sniped him from me in one of our leagues.
Yeah, I do have him in a league. I
felt like he was being disrespected, and I'm like, I think he's still pretty solid.
Yeah, very, very happy with that pickup. The Cowboys, at home, expect them to show up a little bit better. Especially after paying Dak all that money. You can't have 2 interceptions a week after you play well against the Browns, and maybe that just shows how bad the Browns really are.
That's true.
That even the Cowboys, who just lost by that much,
I love that. The Saints, that's good. That's some good NFC North stuff right there. But it also could be true. But it's just like, the Saints, they blew the Cowboys out. The Browns suck.
Yeah, they do.
It's a fair case for it, though.
Yeah.
But
Another shock. Another shock. The Ravens 0-2.
yeah,
The Raiders came to
0-2
town and
Ravens.
just like played with them the entire game, and then were able to pull it out.
Ball. I had the Ravens winning this easy. Like, I didn't think the spread was enough. The spread, I think, was 8.5, and I was like, nah, they're gonna beat them by 14, maybe 21. Yeah. Like, I didn't think it would be close because I just thought it was a prime spot for the Ravens to come back home, get back on track, have a great game, and then flip the narrative back to, okay, the Ravens are really good. Man, they did the exact opposite. They were bad.
Yeah, they
were really bad. That O-line is so bad.
Yeah, they had extra days rest even, and played a tough game against the Chiefs the week before, and you would think that they were going to come out firing on all cylinders, and
they fell flat.
They were not ready at all.
Yeah. Next game that I have on my app is
Commanders-Giants. As a Steelers fan who just watched the Steelers win by only kicking field goals, I love to see a team only kick field goals. And they look like they were the team that scored touchdowns if you look at the box score. 21
I know, I was going to say, if you kick so many field goals that you finish with a football score, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
21-18.
Yeah. And then the Giants had 18, but
they scored a touchdown.
They scored
That's the crazy
3 touchdowns, but their kicker was hurt, so they went for 2 every time.
Oh shoot! I didn't even honestly, I didn't get to see all that game. I didn't even realize that. I knew they scored a touchdown, and I knew the kicker got hurt, but I didn't put that together.
Malik Neighbors scored a touchdown.
Yep, yelling at touchdowns parlay, 50%.
And then
if you did them all as individual picks, you'd be 50%. That's pretty solid.
Yeah,
Devin Singletary with a touchdown.
And
Wandell.
Why can I not think of his name? Robinson.
Wandell Robinson?
Yeah, Wandell Robinson.
Nice.
I just called him something completely different.
Rondell Moore. You're going to call him Wandell Moore.
Yeah, I always called him Wandell Moore. But yeah, other than that, decent game.
Panthers still bad.
Panthers, still bad.
News
Colts,
today
Packers. News today. You can get into that.
Bryce Young benched. Yeah. Andy Dalton.
Kind of feel bad for him. Like, he has played really bad, but, like, I don't know. Why bother with Andy Dalton? Like, just keep Bryce Young out there and hope something clicks.
And if it doesn't, you're going to lose games and you're going to get the first overall pick.
Yeah, and if you put Dalton in there and, like, best case scenario, he ends up making you, like, a okay, like, 6-win team, which is probably still unlikely, but, like, what's really the point of that move? I don't know. It's weird to me.
Yeah, weird.
Quentin Johnston, 2 touchdowns. I started him in a fantasy league. That was awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Packers Colts did not see Malik Willis. Malik Willis winning a football game was not on my 2024 bingo card.
I figured they'd have a shot because I did assume correctly that Josh Jacobs would go nuclear.
They ran the ball.
The only problem is my parlay.
Times.
Yeah, my parlay, I also had Jonathan Taylor to go crazy, and he did. But I thought both of them having a ton of yards each, they'd at least have a touchdown each. And I went as far as saying, hey, maybe they're playing that well. Maybe they get 2 touchdowns each. Like, I had a crazy parlay for it. And that sucked because I was sharp with the rushing lines. Like, I moved both their lines way up. I had Jacobs at 125. Like, and that's not live. That's pregame. Like, his line was like 60. And I moved it up that much and hit that. So I felt like a sharp, but I ruined it with getting way too ambitious with 2 touchdowns each because I had JT at 100 yards.
Sam Darnold.
Back?
He might be back.
Come back. Not even back. Arrived?
Arrived, yeah.
Comeback player of the year?
Comeback player of the year. He looks good. to beat the 49ers, that's a good team.
Yeah, and as we know, granted, Jets weren't his most recent team, but the voters do value coming back from being a Jet more than they do dying or anything else. So, we could, we could see him come home with it. Surprise.
It was nice to see Justin Jefferson with a big game. He's fun to watch, and having a 97-yard touchdown is always electric.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That
play was awesome.
Browns,
Jags. Yeah, Jags.
The Jaguars are really bad. If the Browns are bad, if the Browns suck, the Jaguars are really bad.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the Bills have a 0-2 Jags team coming into Buffalo. A Jags team that, for some reason, always has their number. I'm very
I don't even know why.
I think I could be confident in it if the Jags had won this week. But you get a team that, for whatever reason, you can't beat, and they're 0-2, desperation, backs against the wall. That's scary.
Yeah.
That's very scary.
Yeah.
Monday night.
Jameis Winston with a couple QB sneaks.
Yes. Browns are 1-0 in games with Jameis this year.
Yeah.
Well, in general.
Deshaun Watson looked okay. 186.
But still certified bad.
Yeah, certified bad.
Certified bad. Yelling at Pigeons officially stamped bad.
Yeah. I'm not going to... It was...
Person and
going back to last week, it was really funny. I texted Luke about this. I started talking about Deshaun Watson, and then Luke was like, go off. And then I brought up his contract, and then Luke talked for 5 minutes about Deshaun Watson's contract.
Which reminds me, I want to talk about something for 5 minutes here. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not gonna go off on Deshaun this week. It was a serviceable performance. And they won. So I can't fault a team for winning, scoring 18 points.
But they could win even better.
That's true. But Seahawks Patriots, I didn't even realize this game went into overtime. I kind of took a nap at the end of the 1:00 games.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep just thinking about it, even though it was low-key a good game.
Yeah, but the Seahawks are 2-0. Geno Smith threw for over 300 yards and a touchdown to DK.
I saw some Ravens fans punching the air that they didn't fire Harbaugh and keep, what's his name, Seattle's coach, to be their new head coach. That's
crazy.
A little dramatic after 2 weeks, but I do like the Seahawks coach.
Yeah.
A lot, so we'll see.
Good. He's got him 2-0. And is that the best record in that division? I think they're in first place.
Yes. Yeah.
So after 2 weeks.
That's right. Yeah, they're in the lead. Because the Rams are 0-2, and Niners just lost to the Vikings, and then Cardinals lost week 1.
Yeah. Jets, Titans. Will Levis
with another hilarious turnover.
I still think he's going to get together.
To what extent? Because, hand up, I did last week say I still think he's going to be a franchise quarterback.
It's only up from here.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And that Jets
I don't know how much worse he can get.
Yeah, and that Jets team, the defense is good. They got carved up by the Niners, but it's the Niners. So
I don't
Jets
know.
have a good
We
defense.
think they're good. I tend to think they're good too, and on paper they're even better than good. They're amazing, but they got carved up by the Niners, who couldn't do anything against the Vikings. So maybe the Vikings are just really good.
That's true.
So I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of I just did the exact same thing you did to the Browns.
Yeah,
I just did it for my division, but yeah, they have some concerns. I think you'd like to have come out of that game having beat the Titans by more than that after what the Titans did last week. Yeah. But it is what it is. It's a win. Win is a win. Can't apologize for that. Yeah. They had some things that went well. Braylon Allen looked really good. He had 2 touchdowns. Yeah, so that was awesome. Cool to see, but also he was someone on my radar in the draft for the Bills, so it was a little bit like, dang, should have listened to me. But either way, that game was weird. So, Bucks Lions was next up. That was my favorite underdog last week. Came through. Got
Baker,
that one right.
Wasn't lights out like it was the week before, but the Lions defense is decent. He got sacked 5 times, and Aiden Hutchinson had 4.5 of those.
Yeah,
and
Aiden Hutchinson.
I'm still a strong believer that T.J. Watt's going to win Defensive Player of the Year, but Aiden Hutchinson is off to a fast start. And
yeah, I mean, did he have any sacks week 1? Either way, his number is crazy.
I don't know for sure. I don't think so. I think I did bet him to have a sack, and he did not get one. But still, 5 sacks through 2 weeks, or 4.5 sacks through 2 weeks, is very impressive. And
I was gonna say even just 4.5 is crazy.
Yeah. Oh no, he did have one last week. He has 5.5 total.
So he has 5.5 on the year.
Yeah.
Through 2 weeks, that's crazy.
That's crazy. He's so good. Yeah, and just a great fit. Cardinals, Rams, Maserati Marv.
So good. I'm upset they didn't keep feeding him.
Yeah. 2 touchdowns.
Like basically all his stats were first quarter.
Pretty much 2 touchdowns before the game could even start.
In the first
so fast.
6.5 minutes.
Yeah, that was my favorite underdog was the Rams, and they got destroyed.
And that didn't go.
And then my favorite
in your defense.
Won.
Oh, I was gonna say in your defense, McVay usually does own the Cardinals.
Yeah, that was my thought process.
So I can see why you went with that.
Also, my favorite lost by 0.5 point. I had the Commanders 3.5, and they won by 3. Which sucks. Chiefs Bengals. That was a clear pass interference, right?
I don't know. It's tough because, he was going for the ball, but he did get there kind of early.
He got there so early and just slammed into I get as Chiefs haters, people want that to not be called, but he
have we thought about
pushing the receiver's head down? Like his contact forced the receiver's head to go down.
Yeah,
that's
no. It is, but I was going to say, have we thought about the idea that it would have been a really cool Hall of Fame play for the DB, so maybe we should have just let it count.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I know the Chiefs are big fans of that whole idea, so it's really a shame that the DB doesn't get to have that on his highlight tape.
Yeah,
because now it was pass interference.
It's. I feel like I'm a pretty good unbiased because I want the Bengals to lose. I also want the Chiefs to lose. So, and I don't, one of those doesn't outweigh because if the Bengals were 1-1, cool, Steelers still have a better record. If the Chiefs are 1-1, great, but I don't know. I just thought as soon as I saw that before the flag was thrown, I thought it was a pass interference.
Yeah, I think it mostly just, like you said, it comes from just being a Chiefs hater and just. I want it to be not pass interference as much as the next guy, but unfortunately, it's probably the right call.
Yeah,
much as you hate to see it, they get by on another one.
Steelers Broncos, kind of a snooze fest of a game if you don't care for either of these teams.
If you don't like defense,
that's you know what? Every Sunday morning, I throw on old school, listen to Smash Mouth. And toss a football because that's
old school Smash Mouth football, baby.
That I care about. T.J. Watt with another sack. Obviously not as far into the sack count as Aiden Hutchinson, but he's playing well. He's off the line. He's getting pressures. Bo Nix didn't look great. Justin Fields didn't look great. He didn't really throw the ball in the second half. Justin Fields, he had 13 for 20 with a touchdown. Najee Harris with another 70 yards. And Darnell Washington got targeted once, caught the ball once, 5-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Just a big dude that you can throw the ball. Did you see Bo Nix, what he said when the reporter asked him what happened on the touchdown or the interception in the end zone?
No, I didn't see that.
He said, I threw the ball and didn't see the DB there, and he caught it. And that's it. Just a blanket,
really in-depth breakdown. So he basically told them what an interception is.
Yes. But he was like, yeah, I didn't see him. I throw it, and he caught it. Like, he's like, do you care to talk about that? He's like, nah, it's just what happened. Or they wanted to break it down, and he just told them what happened, which is technically him breaking it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the Sunday day slate games. Again, don't really need to get too much into it. The Steelers played the defense plays football.
They do.
And the offense is doing a good job
do.
of not giving the ball away, and that's can win you football games in this league. A good running game and keeping the ball and stopping the other team will win you the game. Bears Texans. Fairbairn is automatic.
Caleb Williams. Yeah. Fairbairn's automatic. Caleb Williams didn't look good. I do think we talked about it, not necessarily on here, but, in the offseason, when you have a guy that can make the plays he can make, it's not crazy to expect turnovers early because you're figuring out what you can and can't do at this level.
Yeah.
But a guy who made so many crazy broken plays and stuff like that in college, there's going to be an adjustment period naturally. Yeah. So I'm not too down on him, but he certainly had a rough game. He didn't look great. He had a couple throws that were cool, but he didn't look great.
That offensive line is Swiss cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not helping him with the O-line. They went out and got him all these weapons, but the best weapon they could have got him was an O-line that can block.
Yeah, it's like that meme of Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase with no offensive lineman, but it's like real.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that. So, yeah, that's this week's games. We're recording on Monday before the game starts. I have a feeling that the Eagles should beat the Falcons.
Yeah, I got
Philly home opener. But, do we want to get into next week's games real quick?
We'll do a quick
do we want to talk about how
recap of next week's games?
How our co-owned fantasy teams kind of a wagon, but we're in a close game this week.
They are a wagon. We are in a close game, but I still think we should pull it out, right?
Yeah, I mean we're up 24 points,
and he has Bijan.
Bijan, so it's going to be close. But if the Eagles can get off to a hot start, should be able to not have to worry about him.
We're in trouble, by the way, because while we were recording, Cooper Kupp is expected to miss extended time.
Oh, we got to find somebody. Well, good thing we have.
I think we should.
Ridley.
I wonder if we could. I mean, it would be a crazy hunch to be right about and benefit from it, but I wonder if we could get Adam Thielen and hope that the Rams trade for him.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just feel like Thielen's going to get moved, and especially with the Panthers changing things up already, and the Rams really need a receiver right now. He feels like a guy that would fit their system really well. But I don't know. We'll see.
True.
Pre-cap for next week. We open up with, by the time you're listening to this, tomorrow, the Patriots and Jets will play at 8:15. That game is probably gonna suck, right?
Yeah.
But the last few minutes will probably be good because it'll probably be close because I think the Patriots have a pretty solid defense.
Mm-hmm.
They've been playing well-coached football the first couple weeks, so they'll probably hang around. It's just a matter of, as far as the spread is concerned, Jets -6. Do they win by a touchdown or a field goal? You know what I mean? So, because I do think the Jets ultimately will come out on top.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's nice that we're getting like games like this on Thursday nights. Like, it's probably going to be a little boring, but like a divisional games are fun to have. It's not just like, oh, we're going to throw the Panthers versus the Browns out there, something like that.
I was waiting for you to accidentally say a divisional game.
No,
I agree. Like, I would almost make the case Thursday night games should just be like division night.
Yeah,
always a divisional game. Like, give me give me Jags Titans in a color rush uniform every Thursday.
Yeah.
I'll watch it every time.
That'd be awesome. Broncos, Bucks.
Broncos Bucks. I don't know. I don't think it'll be a great game. I think the Bucks will win that.
Yeah, I think the Bucks should.
Pretty. I don't want to say easily. Like, I don't know if they're going to blow them out, but I don't really have a lot of doubt that they're going to win.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't be a problem. Texans Vikings. Is this Diggs' return to Minnesota? I don't think we went to Minnesota at all when he was with Buffalo.
Interesting.
So I think this is his first, which is crazy because a couple weeks from now he comes back to Buffalo. So maybe that game's in Houston.
Revenge tour.
Yeah, I know. So that's kind of crazy. I think that game is in Buffalo.
Look for that to be a good game. Like, I think that would be a really good game.
I think so too. I don't hate Minnesota as a dog.
Strong.
Yeah.
But I think Diggs is going to get a lot of targets.
Yeah.
And probably score a touchdown. Yes. Steelers Chargers. Steelers home opener.
Steelers favorited in this game.
Favored by 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, their defense has been strong, and
good defense.
I mean, the Chargers on a 2-game. The over/under for that game is 35.
Man, that's so disgusting.
Oh, that's Steelers football right there.
Yep, that sure is.
But yeah, I think.
Yeah, I mean, anything else that you're,
the Steelers are going to play football. I'm sure they're going to force some turnovers in front of the home crowd. They just need to score the football. I don't know who's starting.
That's a rare Week 3 home opener, right?
Yeah, I would assume Justin Fields is going to. He has the hot hand. You're 2-0. It's hard to move on from somebody when you're 2-0.
Yeah.
So we'll see, and we also just want Russell Wilson to get as healthy as possible if and when he does need to start. Would like to see the Steelers open up the playbook a little bit with some more downfield. There were so many plays this last week where Justin Fields threw the ball downfield, but there was a holding on the offensive line, which was hard. There were so many penalties. I think it was 10 penalties for the Steelers and 9 for the Broncos. So it was just a flag fest.
Floppy game. Yeah, Fields is like, it feels like he's scared to throw it in the middle.
Yeah. But
he's utilized the middle of the field. He's a good player.
He's had some good throws on target down the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
And they've just been negated by penalties. So love to see him and Pickens get a good connection. I think it's going to be, 2 points is a good spread. I just don't know if Harbaugh's playing some hard-nosed football these days. And I know they just played the Panthers.
Hardball.
Yeah. So, not really going to.
No, it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a good game.
It'll be fun.
Eagles Saints. Another one that could be the way the Saints are playing, man.
Yeah,
that should be a really good game.
Yeah, and the Eagles going to New Orleans.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, we filmed so early that I haven't seen Philly tonight. I'd like to get another game for the sample size before I can confidently say who's going to win that. My gut tells me the Eagles, but man, the Saints are playing good. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to that game.
Yeah, another super low total. Packers Titans is 36.5.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, you have Will Levis versus. Think about this. Think about how bad Will Levis has played the first 2 weeks. Will Levis versus his backup from last year.
And the Titans are 3-point favorites.
Yeah. We may be referencing that later.
Yeah.
When we do our picks.
Giants Browns 38.5 point is the total.
Lots of low ones.
Lots of low ones. I think the Browns should win this game unless the Giants do something crazy. This might be a Drew Lock gets on the field game.
I'm here for it. I'm ready. I'm waiting for them to put the GOAT into the game. No, the Browns, I think they win this, and I think they cover. It's showing 6.5 for me. I don't think that'll be a problem. Just because their defense is so good. I could see.
Yeah.
I might even sprinkle a little Browns defense anytime touchdown this week.
Okay, I like that. Bears Colts, 2 quarterbacks that didn't look great this week. But the Bears, I feel like the Bears have a better defense. But is
Agree.
the Bears' good defense better than the Colts' offense is better than the Bears' offense?
Yeah.
Because the Bears' offense looked bad. We talked about it. 2 points. I think that could be a pick 'em. But, yeah.
No, this will be this. I think
like
will
this
be a
game.
really close game. Like you said, could see it being a pick 'em. Could see the case for that. I do think the Bears come out on top just because their defense is so good. We just talked about still being high on Caleb Williams, so any given week now he could snap. Maybe it's this week. I don't know. We'll see. But I do think the Bears will come out on top. That game should be fun though. I haven't.
Yeah.
We're not quite done with the pre-cap for this week's slate, but I haven't seen a lot that I'm feeling like, oh, this is going to be a blowout. Like last week, I had, I was very wrong, but I had the Niners wiping the floor with the Vikings. I took an alt line on them to win by 17 or more. I had Chargers blowing out the Panthers. Like there was a handful of games where it felt like, okay, this could be a blowout. But so far, I haven't seen a lot with this slate.
Yeah. This might be one, Dolphins versus Seahawks.
No, I actually don't think this will either. I think
Really?
Skylar Thompson is a serviceable backup, assuming Tua doesn't play. Although knowing the Dolphins, who knows? Skylar's a serviceable backup. I even tweeted during the Bills game right before Tua got hurt. I'm talking like a drive before Tua got hurt. Skylar Thompson is the best quarterback on the Dolphins roster. That was maybe a little dramatic, but I do think he can kind of do what Mike McDaniel asks of the quarterback position for that offense. So
as long as he can hit the fast guys on
just
drags and slants.
Yeah, get the ball out of your hands quick for the screen pass. Don't mess up the touch pass. Hit the slant, and then once in a while you're going to get a seam route or something that opens up. Can you hit it? And I think he can. I don't know. He's a decent player. Like, I don't think you have to have like a superstar quarterback in that offense. I think you can get by with a guy like Skylar Thompson. So, I think that'll be a good game because Seattle is playing decent football as well.
Do you think it's weird going from a left-handed quarterback to a right-handed quarterback, like catching the ball from them?
Yeah,
the rotation of the spiral is different.
Seems like I've seen an interview where they asked this, and they said, they asked it to a receiver, and he said it was a little weird, but it doesn't take long to adjust.
Okay.
So maybe over practicing over the week, that'd be fine.
Yeah. Panthers Raiders.
We might have found a blowout. We might have found a blowout. Hard to say any Panthers game isn't a blowout, but they do have Andy Dalton starting, so I guess I would expect them to be a little better just by having someone with experience, Yeah. But man, they are bad. They are so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. But that's your Panthers coverage again. The recap: Panthers are bad. Precap: Panthers are really bad. And then we'll see if it loops back around next week.
Ravens Cowboys.
Ooh.
I think the Ravens are going to be mad. This is not a 0-2 team you want coming to you.
No, but Dallas also coming off of an embarrassing loss.
That's true.
This could be a good game.
Yeah, it could be fun.
This might be the game of the week.
Could be.
Dare I say?
Yeah. I don't know. But you do know if the Ravens lose that Fire Harbaugh is going to be heard.
It's going to be crazy.
Which is crazy.
I might be like a big Ravens hater this week. Just solely, it's not even personal. I just want to see what happens if they go 0-3. If the Cowboys were 0-2, I'd probably be rooting for the Ravens because I would just want to see what happens with like the fans and McCarthy if they go 0-3.
Yeah.
So the fact that one of these teams has the chance to go 0-3, I kind of want to see it happen. Nope. I take all that back because I think that would line up where the Bills would be playing 0-3 Ravens. I don't want to do that. So I change everything. I'm big time Ravens fan this week. Ravens flock.
Ravens
go.
flock. Yeah, I will obviously be rooting for the Cowboys. But
of course,
just because we need as much of a head start on the Bengals and the Ravens.
Hey, you already got a 2-game head start, so no big deal.
No big deal. Niners, Rams. I mean, we just talked about how the Rams lost Cooper Kupp.
2 very injured teams.
Yeah.
Because the Niners are missing McCaffrey, and now apparently Debo's hurt too.
Yeah, I think this is going to come down to who can run the ball the best. And
I would give that nod to the Niners.
Yeah. And
7.5, though, Rams plus 7.5 might be interesting. It's just tough because they don't have either of their top 2 receivers.
Yeah.
So that's brutal.
Yeah.
Cardinals going to be so fun. Oh, that game is going to be so fun.
It's going to be so many points.
I was going to say absolute points fest. Probably going to be super close. Come down to the wire. That's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that game. I wish they could flex that to the night game because the Chiefs are going to wipe the floor with the Falcons.
Yeah, I was going to say a game that's not going to be so close and crazy.
Like, could we be looking at a 0-3 Falcons?
Yeah, after
depending on what happens, what happened on Monday night, we know, obviously, but you guys are gonna have to look it up. But then, Falcons, who I think a lot of people had winning the division, myself included, we could be looking very, very possible. We could be looking at an 0-3 team there.
Yeah. Let's do the second Monday night game first, so we can end with you talking about Bills. Bengals,
it's a doubleheader.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I was so
Bengals.
Locked in on the Bills playing. But yeah, Bengals Commanders.
Bengals need to win this game.
And they will. I think they will.
Yeah.
Creeping up on I'm kind of doing them some help here, but creeping up on the end of the month. And I guess by the time this game is played, definitely. And I feel like the Bengals are just a bad September team. Like, even if they're not as good as years past this year, I do think they will be better than they have been. So, and the Commanders have not looked good.
Yeah, they have a couple of get-right games.
That's for sure. Jaden Daniels is definitely fun, but the Commanders don't really look good.
Yeah, they have a couple of get-right games with the Commanders next week, and then the Panthers the week after. So,
definitely
they're going to get right, and it's
definitely a
get-right time for them. Bills Jags. We spoke earlier about how the Jags have the Bills number.
I don't like doing this. It's not something I've done since the pre-McDermott era, or especially the pre-Josh Allen era, but I am scared. I don't like admitting that because normally I'm like, we're good. Like, give me Josh Allen. I'm not scared of any team. Even if we might lose, like, we got a shot. Obviously, we have a shot, but I don't know why we can't beat the Jags. We can't beat the Jags. Every different, like, variant of the Bills, too, like the E.J. Manuel Bills, who were bad, lost to the Jags, but the Jags were bad. And then the Tyrod Bills, who were a little bit better, lost to the Jags. Granted, the Jags were really good that year.
10-9?
Yeah, I think it maybe was 9-6.
Yeah, it was something so close and ugly.
Really weird game. But yeah, and then Josh hasn't beat the Jags either. So Josh Hines Allen has dominated the Josh Allen battle, but he also bent the knee. So maybe that's the difference this year. He bent the knee and conceded the Josh Allen battle.
With the Steelers and Jags, like going back to like so long ago, the Steelers played the Jags. I think the year after they won this Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. They played the Jags in a wild card game and lost to them. And then they've also had like the Bortles Jags, like even recently, like the Jaguars have just had the Steelers number. So maybe it's just the Bills and the Steelers. The Jags are like, we are going to beat these teams.
If they could play the Bills and Steelers every week, they'd be dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because it also goes from coaches, like it's different coaches, different players, but they're still...
It's not like it's just the same regime and generally same players. Like, no, totally different on both sides. Yeah. Totally different teams, totally different players, coaches. Different.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to say even different owners, but not quite. But some reason. It's just how it is. But let's get into our favorites.
All right.
Can we say our... No. This one's fine. Favorite we can... Who do you got?
My favorite I have... Let me double check to make sure this is what I wanted. Oh, I have the Buccaneers. That is correct.
Okay. I like that. Yeah. Bucks over the Broncos. That should be easy money. That's a good...
Yeah.
I mean, I want
6.5. But... You just have to win by a touchdown.
Yeah. Bucks are a good team.
You're at home. Yeah.
My favorite, I have the Raiders. Might just do a trend here of just I picked against Panthers last week. I might just favorite might just be whoever's playing the Panthers every week because the Panthers are so bad.
Yeah.
So, in case we haven't said that already this episode, the Panthers are so bad.
So bad.
Really bad.
And then my favorite dog.
Can we say favorite dog at the same time? Because I'm wondering if we have the same one.
Do you hate your pick?
Oh, that's a good point. You said you hated your picks. No, I don't hate my picks, so we're good.
The Arizona Cardinals.
I like that, though. That's a good team to be able to get as a dog. You know what I mean?
It's at home,
I can see why you hate it because the Lions are coming off a loss, and they're a good team.
Dan Campbell's going to have the Lions roaring.
That he will. Did you have more on it? Cause I have mine.
No, that's it. That's all I got.
My favorite dog this week is the Packers.
Okay.
Plus, in my notes, I have them plus 2.5. The website I'm looking at right now has them plus 3. So who knows? Yeah. But I think I will probably bet them outright. But for the sake of this segment, I guess it would be 3. But
I think I like the Packers. I'm sniffing out a little all dogs go to heaven parlay real quick.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. Maybe Vikings, Packers, Cardinals,
Vikings, Bears, Cardinals.
I like that.
I don't
if
know.
You want to get really crazy? Sprinkle in New England.
Yeah,
although it'd be gross because one, you have to root for New England, and 2, they might not win.
This is my favorite bet. Just so you guys know, the all dogs go to heaven parlay. I don't think any of my odds are up for.
And I'm going to say this for Caleb. No. I'm going to say this for Caleb. For anyone that might listen to Pardon My Take, follow those guys. Hank accidentally stole that from Caleb. Hank always posts like the all dogs go to heaven thing. Well, it was an accident, so it's fine. You know, it's not a problem. But for the record, Caleb is not stealing it from Hank. Caleb's been saying that for years.
I've been doing all dogs go to heaven for ever.
Caleb's been doing the all dogs as long as I can remember. So,
let's see, 4 teams: Bears, Packers, Vikings, Cardinals. Wow,
all either NFC North teams or playing an NFC North team.
Is plus 2178.
Man, yeah, that's not bad at all.
$10 would win you $227.
Oh yeah, well you'd win $217 is what I meant.
Yeah, you'd win $217. Payout $227.
So all those go to heaven if you guys want that. I didn't like any dogs, and we had some dogs win this week. So
that's true. You did text me. Dogs are barking. Like the dogs this week. There's some good dog picks this week.
Yeah. Do you have your touchdowns?
I do. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugly touchdown. Doable touchdown.
Yeah. Wait, what was that?
A doable touchdown, I guess, is.
Oh.
Or likely touchdown.
Like a less surprising one, and then one that's a little bit more of a underdog pick. Kind of the idea of favorite and favorite dog in touchdown form. Obviously, it's hard because the lines aren't up, so you have to kind of just go based on what they probably are.
Yeah. Do you want to go first with your
my normal or both?
Yeah, your normal. Go with your normal.
Yeah, my normal is going to be Stephon Diggs and his return to Minnesota. anytime touchdown.
I was going to have him, but then I was like, I'll let Luke go first so he can get Stephon Diggs.
Nice.
And I have Mike Evans.
Love that. You'll never see me criticize a Mike Evans betting pick. That dude is a dog. My less likely one, because if you guys are wondering, like, why wouldn't you just pick the ones that are going to win? 1, easier said than done. 2, you win more and it's more fun when you have like a crazier pick. So last week I gave you Luke McCaffrey. Didn't hit. He was in a lot of red zone packages, which was nice, but they didn't even score. So this week I'm giving you Nelson Aguilar.
Okay. Who are they playing?
Dallas. They're playing against Dallas.
Oh yes, yeah. I forgot where he was playing at the moment, honestly.
Yep. Still a Raven.
Mine.
This is another one that I hate.
Okay.
Taysom Hill.
Love that. That's great for like fitting the mold too of like what we're trying to do. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Or at least I scrolling through. I don't know what his line's going to be. But.
It's probably going to be. I mean, he's got the ball a couple times, but
yeah.
I just think maybe he'll get like a running play in. It's going to hurt me if he throws a touchdown, but
yeah, that would be pain. So I guess we stop doing the yelling at touchdowns and just do like yelling at parlay, and we do each of our favorite dog and the touchdowns.
That could be fun. I like both of them.
It's obviously less likely to hit, but it would be electric if it did.
Yeah, we would be building a new studio.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll probably run it either way. But
yeah, I think just the yelling at touchdowns is good, but having the favorites and the favorite dogs. But yeah, that's I think that's our show. We kept it a little bit shorter this week. We also went long on yesterday's episode, so
yeah,
we had
for sure.
Yeah, but we're
have some fun games.
One last thing, we're not quite as short as you just said. I mentioned this the other day, and we almost started yapping about it, and I was like, we'll wait. Let's talk about it on the show. This is the first time we're talking basketball on Yelling at Sports. I generally like what Steve Ballmer's trying to do with the new Clipper Stadium.
I was like, man, this is a hard pivot.
Yeah, like he's I hate the Clippers, but he's a fun owner. Yeah. Like he wants to bring a college atmosphere, dare I say a football atmosphere to basketball, which is cool. And so if you don't know, they're opening a new stadium or a new arena this season. Season's going to start next month. And I think it's called the Intuit Dome, maybe. And they have a section that's supposed to, not only is it supposed to be all Clippers fans. If you are wearing other teams' gear, they will kick you out. Like it has to be Clippers fans in that section.
I like
2, it's kind of cool because it's supposed to be like a student section. They're trying to replicate a student section. And 2, they also will do, if they see you cheering really hard, they're going to have like spotters watching, and they're going to be giving out like gift cards and stuff to people that are going hardest, which is also really cool. The part that's weird to me is the seats in that section. I don't know if it's the whole section or just some rows in that section. The seats are locked into an upright position. Which is, part of me loves that because it's a football guy move, really, for a basketball owner.
You have to stand up.
But it's also like, if they have to stand, just make it standing room only and just give them more room instead of having the seat in the way, a folded up seat in the way.
That's true. I guess because I guess you could make it general admission, but that's also like you gotta have
like a marked spot in general.
Yeah, I guess like a circle on the ground or something. Like, this is my stand. But yeah, that doesn't make sense. But maybe are there cup holders in the seats that would help if you have a drink?
If they're locked upright, I feel like the cup holders are going to be upright as well.
Sometimes they just have the armrests that are down. But I don't know. I haven't seen any mock-ups of it.
I feel like that would also be kind of weird because then you have all these. I guess that would help you know where you're supposed to stand.
Yeah.
If you have the armrist sticking out, or the cup holders could be on the back of the seats in front of you.
Yeah. Just don't put a chair. Just have the back of the seat, so you know where to stand. and a cup holder on the back.
Have just parts where people stand and literally a pole with a little flat thing where you can like set your phone if you want to, and a cup holder.
Or just make it like a bar,
Yeah, that's true. Just one big bar,
across the front, which would be pretty cool.
I guess the real answer is probably they're gonna have concerts and stuff, and they don't want to have no seats.
Yeah, that's true.
But
that makes more sense.
I don't know. Make a portable seat or something. It's weird to me that they're gonna have seats locked in an upright position, just in the way.
Yeah, throwback to.
But
Kobe.
I do, as much as I hate to admit it, because I do hate the Clippers. I do like what he's trying to do, because I've thought for a while like it would be a game changer if one of these teams could put a football atmosphere into a basketball arena.
Yeah.
Because you see it kind of in the playoffs sometimes. Like I know the Warriors fans get kind of rowdy. The Jazz fans do when they're good. They're not anymore. But yeah, OKC. But even those teams getting crazy is just basketball crazy. It's not like football crazy or European soccer crazy. So I like that he's trying to build hey, we're going to be the team that is always rowdy, especially even in the regular season is rowdy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like the idea.
Yeah. Steve Ballmer, come on the show. Come talk about it. Tell us what you're
come on the show.
thinking.
I'll tell you I hate the Clippers to your face.
Yeah, I wear my Lakers stuff.
Same.
But
yeah, I think now we can wrap up.
Yep. We covered it now.
Go.
We're good.
Also, I was thinking about the other day how yelling at pigeons is abbreviated into YAP, and then yelling at sports is just Yas.
Yas, yeah, I noticed that too. The Yas episode, the Yasification of yelling at pigeons.
Yelling at pigeons. We just call it the Yas Parlay.
Yeah, the Yas Parlay.
Disclaimer: if you take our picks, we are not liable for your loss of finances.
Well, we say we because for legal reasons, you know what I mean? Because I'm not. Caleb is, but that's why we say we, because me and Caleb together aren't, but he is.
No, do not tell people that. This is on the internet. It's binding.
Caleb also said all his picks can't lose.
Did not say that.
And their locks.
Did not say that. Did not say either of those words. But if you do win, let us know. And if you have picks for us.
And buy a hat. They only cost nothing at all. So if you win, hit me up and you can buy it for free.
Yeah. Also, we have stickers. So hit us up. If you have not
hit us up
7
if you want
stickers,
got a whole bunch of them.
But yeah, we'll talk to y'all next week.
Peace.